Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Talk Red Devils Talk. I'm back with a brand new video. I said that I was going to do a second one, and this one means a lot to me, this video, because as you can see by the title, it is David Beckham to Manchester United, the full story. This means a lot to me because David Beckham is my football idol. I just think he's just one of the best. He's just one of the greatest. Well, to me, he is just the best in the world. So I will be getting into this video. Make sure to comment down below on who you'd like me to do next, whoever's gone from Manchester United to another team or come from a different team to come to Manchester United. Please let me know down in the comment section down below. Let's get into this video. So in this video, I'm just sort of giving you like an insight of David Beckham on how he started and sort of like why his sort of career ended, because there's been a lot of speculations on why his career ended. But I've sort of got to the stage of understanding from since 2003, sort of understand a few sort of years coming by, a few sort of statements coming by as well. So I think this is sort of like one of the reasons why he left. But let's start from the very beginning. So David Beckham's professional club career began at Manchester United. It was, sort of like really early. He was only 17 years of age when it happened. And that was, I think that was around like 1992 of when sort of it started off. So yeah, he was obviously at a few other teams. He was at a school, like sort of boyhood team, and then sort of like he came to us as a youth. So he's only 17 years of age, and he made his debut when he was only 17 in 1992. So since he was at United, he won 6 Premier League titles. So that is pretty good for this, like, the timing of his career, because, 1992 is when he sort of first professionally started, and then 2003, so a nice little 11 years. But 6 Premier Leagues ain't too bad, to be fair. That's pretty, that's pretty shabby, to be honest with you. 2 FA Cups, and he won a UEFA Champions League as well. So from 1992 to 2003, David Beckham made 265 appearances, scoring 61 goals for the club. That is pretty good. That's for the Premier League alone. He also made 81 Champions League appearances, scoring a total of 15 goals, if I can remember correctly. Yeah, scoring 15 goals for the whole of the Champions League. Again, ain't too bad. I mean, he's not exactly a striker, but you know what David Beckham's made for. He's there for them crosses, them corners, set pieces, free kicks. And everybody knows his free kicks, and that's one I want to get into as well. So as a lot of you know, if you haven't already, but David Beckham wore the iconic number 7 shirt. As we all know and love him in that number 7. It was basically worn by the greats like Eric Cantona, George Best, Michael Owen, and Cristiano Ronaldo, just to name a couple. But I think we could all sort of like agree, like putting all them together in one sort of category it's just incredible. I mean, I know Michael Owen's sort of not like as top elite as, say, the likes of George Best, Eric Cantona, Cristiano Ronaldo and David Beckham, but I still put him in the list because obviously, he's another English player who played that number 7 role. He was pretty good for us. We couldn't, we can't really complain. We've got Alexis Sanchez who plays in that number 7, and he sort of kind of made it like a bad luck number 7. And we've had Memphis Depay that's played in that number as well. So we've had a few players that have played in it, but over the history, we've noticed that, David Beckham, George Best, Paul Ince, just to name a few, that number has been one of the iconic numbers for Manchester United for many years. So if you didn't know, but David Beckham scored like a maximum of 15 goals from his free kicks in the Premier League since his career. And well, he is basically classed as one of the best. I think in Manchester United's like sort of all-around career, he was sort of like the highest one. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo, I think, only got 11, I want to say. And I think, as we could sort of all agree, to bend it like Beckham, it is so difficult to do. And, you've seen others try to replicate, the exact sort of way he does it, but nobody can bend it exactly like Beckham. He's got a unique stance, he's got a unique way of shooting, and yeah, it was just an amazing experience to be able to sort of be, I was born in 1994, and as a young lad, sort of watching Manchester United, because my granddad was a Manchester United fan, is watching Manchester United and just seeing David Beckham and just seeing them free kicks. I still remember it now, and I still watch him. I still, I watch him on my phone, I watch him on YouTube. So yeah. So if you're not like me, but I think Beckham is probably one of the most loved professional footballers of all time. He was an amazing player. Manchester United got basically a gem out of him, and it was just incredible. He was fantastic for England. He did everything that he could for us at Manchester United, and like I said, he won 6 Premier Leagues as well. So, he can't have done that bad. You know what I mean? So yeah, in my personal opinion, like I said, I absolutely love the guy. I think David Beckham is absolutely incredible. I look up to him as a professional. I wish I could become a professional footballer, but them days are gone now. But yeah, it was just one of those things when you look at someone and you see someone as your idol. David Beckham was my idol when it comes to football of all time. So you're probably wondering when I started this video, how and why did David Beckham move on to go to Real Madrid? So the reason is that the things that I know of, David Beckham had obviously an amazing career at Manchester United, but he had a bit of a falling out with one of sort of like the coaches in Manchester United at this sort of time. And Sir Alex Ferguson at the time, obviously loved David Beckham, but there was a situation where them two had a sort of like a little disagreement as well, and there was sort of going back and forth, as a lot of fans, a lot of us call it, the hairdryer treatment. But I think David Beckham got to a stage where he decided wanted to call it a day, because he was getting fed up of being mistreated by a lot of the coaching staffs for some odd reason. The only one that sort of looked out for him, was his free kick, coach, basically. Alex Ferguson, wanted to look out for him. He wanted to look after him and, make sure he become this, global, which he is, but he made sure he wanted to become this like global Manchester United legend, which again he is. But it was just got into a stage where I think with David Beckham, he just sort of had that mindset where he just wanted to move on to a different challenge. He's done 11 years at the club. Nothing seems to be sort of like getting any better with him, because he was just, there was a lot of falling out, there's a lot of disagreements, there's a bit of disrespect in everybody's sort of like categories. And I feel like that, him sort of handing in his transfer notice, I think Alex Ferguson sort of just agreed to it just for the sake of it, because I don't think he wanted any more like animosity going into the club and making it any worse. So I think David Beckham thought the same. But we all know that David Beckham loves Manchester United. We all know that he supports them. He played 11 years with us. So at the end of the day, he was, and he still is, one of the greatest Manchester United players to ever set foot on that pitch. And yeah, I absolutely love the guy. I think he's an incredible footballer. I think he's still, he's incredible, just all around decent player, decent person. You see him on the outside, he's just respecting everybody that he can. And that will be my dream. You know what? This is the thing. This will be my absolute dream if I could ever get to a stage of interviewing him one-on-one. Then, man, I think my life would be absolutely complete if I ever got to meet him. So please help me. If you're watching this video, please help me and subscribe as much as possible, because it'll be an absolutely amazing experience to just be in his presence and ask him a few questions and how he felt at Manchester United, and sort of like, how did he come up with the free kick style? You know what I mean? I want to know all that stuff, and I want you guys to sort of like see it as well. I want you guys to be involved in it, and it'll just be an amazing experience. So guys, that is literally it for today's video. I mean, I've done 2 today. I'll get 2 out tomorrow as well. But if you did like this video, please make sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, make sure to share with all your friends and family, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video from me. And please make sure to comment down below who you would like me to do this kind of video again. It's on my series, so please comment down below what player you would like me to do next. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.